You are probably exhausted because you're trying to build at a capacity God didn't give you. You are comparing your one talent to someone else's five. And that's why you feel behind in this moment, not because you are not capable, but because you are imitating someone else's assignment. Yeah, I'm coming for you today. Today, I want to talk a little bit about capacity, calling, and why your one coin is enough if you stored it well. A message that I think is just as important for you as it is for me.
One, two, three, four.
Today's part teaching, part truth telling, part capacity check. And if you've been tired, stretched thin, overwhelmed, or questioning your bandwidth, I want to tell you why and give you some things to help you make a decision on what to do next. Listen, I'm always often questioning, like, what the hell? Why do I feel this way? And it feels like too much. And this was one of the things that came to me, and I felt like it would be helpful to share with you. And in case you're wondering, like, who I am, my name is Amanda Fludd. I am the queen of quiet power and bold presence. And in this space, ambitious, melanated women like yourself learn to release the overwork and overwhelm and go after their goals and just create a life and business with more grace, joy, and strategy. It's amazing when we get that to click. So what's been clicking for me lately is some areas I think that we're tripping over a little bit. I think sometimes on our growth journey, we make the mistake of not just trying to be like the people we admire and the people who are ahead of us, but we try to be like the people we admire and the people that are ahead of us. So what I mean by that is we start running at someone else's pace and we realize, or we fail to realize, that it's not designed for us, right? And I'm going to break it down. And I think it's super important because you have to think about your life. Like, you're managing your careers, your families, your calling, your own nervous system, and the generations of things that it's carrying. And what that means is you can borrow someone's strategy, but you cannot borrow their capacity. And if you try to, girl, you're gonna burn out trying. See, you will trick yourself into thinking that you can't do what you are called to do. Let me explain. See, our mind is always looking for a reason to say, this isn't for you, it's too hard, you're not enough. And sometimes we reinforce that shutdown by doing things we know we probably shouldn't, doing things that, we're wasting our money on, we're wasting our resources on, but it just feels like what we need to do. And I'll give you an example, right? Like, let's say, there's somebody that you really, really admire, okay? And you decide to build your business following their blueprint, right? Like, maybe their niche is close to yours, their flow, you're really feeling it, their results, you're like, yeah, that's what I want too. So you say, all right, like, let me just do what she did. So you set it up, you mimic the steps, and when it doesn't work, you take that as confirmation that you're not called. Like, this must not be for you. But that's probably not the case. You just copied the wrong blueprint. She built her strategy around her bandwidth. And this is really interesting. It's an interesting concept because I don't think we talk about this. It's like understanding failure on a whole nother level. Like, what you think is failure is probably not for the reasons that you think. Like, yes, there's this like practical logistical strategy to it, but there's like this emotional real life component that I think we miss as well. And when you are just taking something as is, right, you are missing that it was built in a particular way. So that person that you are modeling, you are missing that her blueprint was built off of her experience, her support, right? Like her five talent capacity that you may not have, honey. Okay. And she did the work to create that thing for her. And then she packaged it so well that you thought that you could just put it on, honey, and it would fit you perfectly. But ma'am, it was created for you to buy and consume, not to become. So when you recreated, let's say the ebook, or I'm trying to be like specific and not vague with the concept. So let's say you created like an ebook, you're like, oh, this is gonna be the best thing since sliced bread, honey. And you made the thing, right? Or you created the offer that she launched. You're like, oh, I could do that too. Let me do that, right? But it went nowhere. It's because, again, you copied the product and not the process. Everybody wants to skip the process. Like I was looking at some videos the other day on Instagram, right? After the recent New York City marathon, and people were talking about how few people decided to run the marathon without training, and like their body was hurt. Right? And it's like, yo, no, you can't want to just say I finished a marathon and I did that thing without the process. Like people get there because they trained in some kind of way, even if they're just walking the whole thing. They've been practicing walking, they've been practicing their nutrition, they've been practicing fueling. So, how do you expect to just get to the end when you didn't do any of that? And it's not to say that you can't ever finish a marathon well, where your body actually feels good and you're not like dead and dying afterwards. You can, if you respect the process and do what you have to do for you and your body in between, right? So whenever there's a mismatch between your outcome or what does not come for you, a lot of times it'll feel like a personal failure that I did something wrong. Or again, the thoughts back to our lovely brain that's like, well, you probably ain't meant for this, honey, and this ain't your season. You better go back to what you was doing, right? When all of that kicks in, I want you to take a step back, because it might mean, or you need to reevaluate, did I actually follow a process? Did I understand that there was a process required for me to get to that next place? Don't miss that. Right? God measures faithfulness, not output. He asked you to steward the one coin that you have, or maybe he blessed you with two, and he placed it in your hand, right? He gave you the one, he gave you the two. He didn't give you five, honey. He didn't give you hers, right? He didn't give you mine. He gave you yours. And here's the part that most of us don't want to admit. We pray for the increase. We want our businesses to be better. We want things to be bigger. We want God to show us the career change that we want, or the next thing that we should do, but we don't actually obey the assignment that would prepare us for it. I can't want to be an Olympic athlete and I show up to practice one day a week because I'm too busy. Otherwise, I'm too tired, or I'd rather be scrolling on social media. We skip the part where we show up consistently with what we already have. We ignore that step because we just want to skip go and get to the outcome. We want the 5 talent results, the Olympic results, with 1 talent obedience. We want the overflow without the order. We want the visibility without the discipline. We want the fruit, but we don't want to tend the seed that God actually handed to us. Like I want it to just be so easy for us. It even kills me when somebody, like, or people don't realize, like, yo, do you know how much I give you? I make it so easy to make your life and business easy, but y'all want to take the hard route. Go ahead. But most of us, all we need is easy. We need simple. We need simple systems, not bigger ones. Right. And listen, like I rock with some goats in the business industry, in the online space. All right. I have some amazing mentors like Evelyn West and Arlen. And I'll link their stuff below, and y'all can absolutely jump into their ocean if you want to. Be prepared. But I'm going to tell you the biggest lesson, and I think save you some work and time. The biggest thing for me that I've learned from being in their world is this: I have to make business work for me, for my life, for my bandwidth, for my season. And that's important for you to think about. Like I've owned my therapy practice now for like over 6 years, if not more than that. And I've been in the coaching space for about 3. And I'm just now figuring out a flow that feels good, because it had to really filter through me, like through who I am, who God has called me to be and asked me to be: a therapist, right? I'm a service-based provider. We do business different. I'm a Black woman with a whole life, family, clients, bills, responsibilities, a nervous system. So I can't build like them, like these women who I admire, because their full-time job, not to say they don't have responsibilities, but they do, but their full-time job is pushing products, running traffic, and building businesses all day long. We are not hustle level energy like that. Well, I'm not. I'm do less and get seen more energy. Right? I'm like, yo, how can I see less clients, still put good enough effort out there and get to something kind of like sustainable? Like I always joke around in Evelyn's space, like, girl, I just want to be 1% of you. I mean, she brings in something like 48K a month in one of her school communities. I mean, girl, I'm over here just like, if the Couch to Business Collective for coaches and therapists can get to like a smooth, I don't know, 2, 3, 4K for the month, I am good. Right? In addition to everything else I got rocking, perfection for me. And not because I cannot dream bigger, because y'all, I could dream. I could hold a vision, honey. I am a visionary to the fullest, but because I can't build toward that if I haven't even built a great foundation yet, right? They already got a mansion built, right? My capacity requires that I build something sustainable first. What is that one thing that God has asked you to do? What is that one coin that God put in your hand? Are you multiplying it or are you just holding it? Are you comparing it? Have you hidden it? And if you are working on it, where are you overextending yourself because you're chasing someone else's capacity? Where do you need to maybe simplify things so you can steward well again? Those are the questions that I really want you to think about and ask yourself. Right. And I really hope that some bit of this, whether the questions or conversations today, really just sits with you and shifts something for you, maybe even releases something. That's what I was thinking in my head. Because sometimes I think like our spirit just needs recalibration before the strategy gets clear, before we actually have like permission to move. There are things that I'm so much more excited about now than where I was when the thought even came to me months ago, and I couldn't figure out how to put it together in a way that makes sense. And I think if you're in my business community now, you'll see that because you'll see me kind of shifting things, right? And I'm telling them how excited I am. And I think it's because I had to recalibrate and I had to be patient with the process side, right? I have to say too, and I want to extend an invitation. If it's something you need prayers about, we pray over capacity, clarity, comparison, calling, courage, all of that at our monthly prayer call for women of color in business. And I would love to have you. For me, it always lands exactly where it needs to be. So I know it will be that for you. So scroll down wherever you're seeing this, click the link in the show notes and RSVP because it's absolutely free and it's a great space. And if you are in that like growth space and you're like, all right, I'm speaking, I'm speaking, you're hearing, I'm speaking to you, right? And you know, you are over here chasing shiny things, trying to be at a capacity that you're not, but you really want to work where you are. You actually need structure and accountability and a place where you can build your business at your capacity. Come on over, join our free community for Black and Brown women in business, the Couch to Business Collective. I actually just made that accessible and added a feature where you can come in and enjoy some of the community for free, right? I'm getting ready to start our 30-day visibility bootcamp. There's lessons in there that you can access, there's support, and you also have the ability to upgrade as well into like the full Couch to Business Collective if you're ready for more like step-by-step execution and more coaching, all of that stuff, right? You decide your capacity and where you need to land. You definitely don't have to take 3 years to figure it out like I did, okay? I'm saving you that overwhelm. I'm saving you that time. So whether you stay on the free path or join the full membership, you're not building alone. And I think that's important too. I certainly kind of felt that way at times. And like I knew what I needed and just sent the right support. And I think the right mindset, which he probably already knew that I had when he put this big old dream in my heart. Right. So I think this is enough. I feel good. I feel filled. And I hope that you do too. And I think the one last thing that I will ask, if you could please do me a favor, is hit the subscribe button. Like, seriously, don't assume like you're subscribed because like you hear me and see me right now, okay? I might have just popped up on your feed just because you were looking for this and needed this. But when you do subscribe, you help this message reach more women like you, right? Tired, brilliant, overwhelmed, looking for a path, a reason, an answer, right? To feed that calling. So hit subscribe. And if the episode blessed you, please leave a note, DM me, let me know. I can't tell you how far that word of encouragement goes for me. We definitely work hard behind the scenes and it helps, right? Even helps me more when you share it with someone else. Find one woman in your life that needs this reminder about capacity. Text it to her, send her the link, share it on socials. But for now, know that your capacity is enough for the calling that God gave you. Now go steward it well.